Hello students, today we learn a scintillation detector and counter. Okay, in last class we learned about the photomultiplier tube. Okay, what is the photomultiplier tube? Photomultiplier tube, it is a sensitive device which converts optical energy into the electrical energy. Okay, it consists of a photocathode, diodes, anodes. Okay, these are all fixed in a evacuated glass tube. We see all the construction and working of the photomultiplier tube. Here in scintillation detector, photomultiplier tube is used. Okay, see why the photomultiplier tube is used here and what is the scintillation detector, how it works, what is the construction of the scintillation detector. We have to know all about the scintillation detector. Okay, see in scintillation detector, we observe that the energetic particles like the alpha particles, beta particles, gamma particles are incident on a certain materials called the phosphors. That certain material is called the phosphor. When such energetic particles are incident on a certain materials, it emits a flash of light. See, where energetic particles like the alpha particles, beta particles, gamma particles are incident on a certain materials called the phosphors, it emits a flash of visible light or there is a spark of visible light called the scintillation. Scintillation means a flash of visible light or a spark of visible light. This is basically a process of fluorescence. This is basically a process of fluorescence. Okay, this scintillation method was used to detect and count the invisible particles. See, this scintillation method was used to detect and count the invisible particles in the early days by the Rutherford. Okay, naturally with the limitations of human eye, the human eye can be detect only the 10 events or the 10 particles per second. See, the human eye counts 10 events or the 10 particles per second. Due to the limitations of the human eye, the human will count the 10 events or the 10 particles per second. Okay, to count a large number of particles per second, a phosphor is coupled with a PMT. What is PMT? Photomultiplier tube. See, to count a large number of particles per second, a phosphor coupled with a photomultiplier tube. Okay. See, there is a limitations to human eye. It can measure less than the 10 particles per second. Okay. Hence, to count a large number of particles per second, a phosphor is coupled with a photomultiplier tube and the scintillation is, and there is a detector which is known as a scintillation detector. Okay. See, then what is the construction and working of this scintillation detector? How it counts the incoming particles or the incoming radiations. Okay, we have to know that. Then here we learn the construction and working of the scintillation detector. Okay, see, a large fairly transparent single crystal of a suitable phosphor is selected. For example, a sodium iodide activated with a sodium iodide with a thallium suitable for efficient detection of the gamma photons. These are for the gamma photons or the gamma particles. Second, the lithium iodide activated with a europium. Lithium iodide activated with the europium is suitable for the detection of neutrons. This one is for the neutrons. Okay. In some cases, organic liquid phosphors are also used. This first one, this one is the second. See, sodium iodide activated with a thallium is suitable for the efficient detection of the gamma photons, and the lithium iodide activated with a europium, it is suitable for the detection of the neutrons. This one is the important regarding your examination. Okay. In some cases, organic liquid phosphors are also used. Okay. Then the one phase of the phosphor, see, one face of the phosphor crystal is highly polished and it is directed towards the photocathode of the photomultiplier tube. Okay. See here the the phosphor crystal is denoted. Okay. The one face of this phosphor crystal is highly polished and it is directed towards the photocathode of the photomultiplier tube. Other faces of the phosphor crystal are rough and coated with a MgO. It is coated with MgO. Okay, so that the light or the scintillation produced in the phosphor gets diffusely reflected and ultimately directed towards the photocathode of the photomultiplier tube. See, the one face of the phosphor crystal is highly polished and it is directed towards the photocathode of the PMT or the photomultiplier tube. Then other faces of the phosphor crystal are roughened and coated with a MgO, magnesium oxide. Okay, so that the light produced in the phosphor gets diffusely reflected and ultimately directed towards the photocathode of the PMT, and usually phosphor is enclosed in an aluminum can. Phosphor is enclosed in a aluminum can. Okay, the phosphor is optically coupled with a photomultiplier tube using a perspex light guide, and for efficient coupling, a film of a silicon, oil or a grease is used between the phosphor and the perspex, as well as between the perspex and the photomultiplier tube. Okay. Then when an energetic particle passes through a phosphor, it produces a scintillation. We already learned that. And when an energetic particle passes through a certain materials like a phosphor, it produces a scintillation or it produces a visible light which is efficiently guided towards the photocathode of the photomultiplier tube. Okay, which develops an electrical signal in the external circuit. These signals or the current are amplified by a pulse amplifier and then it given to a scalar circuit whose output is finally given to a recorder. Thus, the gamma photons or the neutrons are counted with high efficiency as compared to the GM counter. See how it works. An energetic particle when the energetic particle passes through this phosphor, it produces a flash of light. Okay, it produces a flash of light which is called a scintillation, which is efficiently guided towards a photocathode. Here in photomultiplier tube there is a photocathode. Okay, see, I can repeat once again. When the energetic particles incident on a phosphor crystal, okay, there is a scintillation or a flash of visible light. Okay, it produces a scintillation which is efficiently guided towards the photomultiplier tube. Okay, in photomultiplier tube there is a photocathode and the light is incident on a photocathode, okay, which develops an electrical signal. We learn the whole working of the photomultiplier tube. What happens in photomultiplier tube? Okay, there is a photocathode, and when the light is incident on a photocathode, photoelectrons are emitted from the surface of the photocathode, and these photoelectrons are accelerated towards the first dynode, and the energetic electrons impinging on the dinodes eject a secondary electrons. These secondary electrons further directed and accelerated towards the next dynode. Like that, there in 9 dinodes are there in photomultiplier tube, and the electric pulse will be generated. Okay, this one is the construction and working of the photomultiplier tube. Here we use photomultiplier tube, and see, when an energetic particle incident on a phosphor crystal, the scintillation will be produced, and efficiently it is directed towards the photocathode of the photomultiplier tube. And once the photons or the light incident on a photocathode, the photoelectrons are generated, and these electrons can be accelerated towards the anode. Okay, and further process will be repeated in photomultiplier tube. Understood? See, once the scintillation is produced, it is guided towards the photocathode of the photomultiplier tube, which develops an electrical signal in an external circuit. These signals are amplified by the pulse amplifier, and then it is given to a scalar circuit whose output is finally given to a recorder to count the particles. Okay, the time of flight of electrons in photomultiplier tube being very small, a very large count rate is possible in scintillation counter. See, it is one of the advantages of the scintillation counter. Or the time of flight of the electrons in PMT is being very less, a very large count rate is possible in scintillation counter. Okay, this is regarding the scintillation counter. I hope you all get it. Thank you.